Okay, so we're going to have a go at drawing the parts of a dice, like the one that you can see in this image drawn on the screen here. These are the individual parts that have been drawn out in preparation for laser cutting. So the thing, once it's finished, will look a little bit like this in this animation here. So you can see the individual parts come apart, so they need to be glued together. Once they're drawn, you can laser cut them on a laser cutter, put them together like that. So that would work perfectly. So to create this drawing, these parts here, I'm going to open up Techsoft 2D Design and set up a new page. The first thing I need to do is turn on my grid lock. So over in this right-hand toolbox over here, I can turn the grid lock on, and then go to my shape drawing tool, and it'll be the rectangle drawing tool I'm going to use to start off with. I'm going to go draw a box that is 3 by 3. So counting the dots, 1, 2, 3 by 3. Okay, so that would be 30 millimeters by 30 millimeters, because that's my grid spacing at the minute. I'm going to lay it out the same as I did on the example you saw on the other page, like so. Okay, the next job I'm going to do is to contour these pieces, and I'm going to contour them using the contour tool here on the left hand side and change my contour spacing to 3, because I will be laser cutting this out of 3 millimeter thick material, whether it's acrylic or plywood. And I contour it by clicking on the inside of that square that I've just drawn. And there's my contour. I'm going to go back to my line drawing tool over here on the left hand side. Whoops, daisy, click the wrong button. I'm going to draw lines through the middle like so. And this is to create the fingers on the finger joints. I'm just going to bring these over so you can see where I'm going with it. Okay, so I need to draw a couple more lines at the top on this one, same at the bottom. So I can start now to delete little parts to create the pieces that we've got here. So we'll go over to my delete any, hold it down, like all of these tools. If you hold the left hand mouse button down, you can select a few more tools here. It's this one here, delete part of any object between the nearest 2 intersections. And I'm going to create this part first, so delete these bits. And they create the sort of sockets that the fingers fit into from the other pieces. And then I'll remove the inside lines too. There we go. Now, if I was cheating, this bottom piece here is the same as the top piece. So I could do what I've just done, or I can select all this. So I need to have the select tool over here selected. And then I click, drag, let go, and it selects all those pieces. And then underneath here, we've got this 2 squares. If I click on the 2 squares, it copies and pastes for me. I'll position up there. Get rid of those for now. Okay, so next piece I'm going to create using the delete between 2 intersections is this piece here. So this one is a little bit trickier to make. It goes in there. So we end up with something that looks a little bit like a little bug. Now I need to get this line here to go across in that direction as it does here, and I can crop off some of the bits. So to do that, I'm just going to unselect my grid lock, use this tool here, it's called the attach tool, and then I can attach the end of this line to that corner, and that for me. And then I want to come in this direction, and I need to get it perfect, which is difficult to do by eye. So I'm going to unselect my attach tool whilst the line's still connected, and I'll use this radial lock. And at the minute it's set, so it can only draw at 45 degrees. So do that line, unselect that radial lock, go to the attach tool. I can get rid of those bits. I've got one side of this done, so I need to do the other side now. So I'm just going to repeat what I've just done. And go back to the delete tool. Ooh. Accidentally deleted the line there. So hold on. So that one there should be the same as this one here. So I'm going to cheat again. I'll get rid of this bit. Copy and paste it like I did previously. I've made a mistake. My grid lock's not on. So turn that off, turn the grid lock on. There we go. It helps to have the grid lock on because things align much more easily and you can do things much quicker. It eliminates more problems later on. So I'm going to create this piece and this piece, but again, I'm only going to do one of them. Delete these bits to reveal the part. Okay. To delete anything, you can select it and then press the delete key on the keyboard. Copy and paste. Place it in. So those are all my pieces for laser cutting now. So I could just laser cut that straight away and not worry too much about the dots if I didn't want to. And those parts would fit together perfectly to create this thing down here. So if you want to do that, carry on. If you want to learn how to do the dots, I'll show you that now. Okay. So the dots are drawn in red because my laser cutter is set up to read red for engrave settings and black for cut settings. So it won't come out red, it will come out as an engraved dot like we've got here. So the first thing I'm going to do is change my grid spacing. So to do that, I go over to my grid lock tool, double click on it, and I'm going to change the grid spacing to 2.5 on the X and 2.5 on the Y. Okay, and then I'm going to zoom in. I'll use this one. So things are a bit clearer there. Let's have a look at this. So I've gone for the single center dot here. Do that. So I'm going to go to the circle drawing tool, but I'll take the second one along. And I'm going to try a 4mm dot. Let's see how that goes. I think that's, whoops, it's bigger than the one I did last time. It's in the center. Okay. And if you know about dices, you'll know that the opposing faces, so this one and that one would be opposing, so that would be top and that would be bottom. Add up to 7. So if that's 1, then this side needs to be 6. Okay, and then I think on this one I did 2 in the middle. And I'll go diagonal. Let's go like that. And then the opposing side to that would be this one. So to add up to 7, it needs to be 5. I've made a bit of a mistake-ish. I should have filled these red before I started because I'm going to have to do them individually, but that's fine. Go for 3 on this one. So this one here, 7 minus 3 is 4, so this one's going to be 4. Okay, so now I need to just change these dots to red dots. So at the minute, I've got a white center and a black line. So it's a no fill. We go to fill, so it's a no fill. I change it to a solid fill, change the color to red. Okay. And then the line color also needs to be red. So it looks like that. So I'm going to select all these together. So I'm going to press my Shift key down on the keyboard. Select all of these together. So they should be pink by the time I select them all. There we go. So I'll go back up to line col for color, change that to red. Go back up to fill col for color, change that to red. It's not filled it because to turn solid fill on. There we go.